Okay, welcome back. Okay, so in the last update, Gwendolyn gave up the ring that Oswald gave her, as a sign of love, to her dirtbag dad. And also she made Braun very nervous. So yeah, not off to a great start in this new relationship.
No, not yet.
And also she's getting a little worried about Oswald.
The only thing on your mind lately.
You got a crush.
Not at all. But he does
Mirrors
seem
knows
to
what's
be
up.
rather late.
So Oswald's gone missing, Interesting. Well, I guess it's up to us to go find him.
Princess, are you hungry? There's a very nice restaurant through this portal.
We're not going to the Puka village in this update, but we will get to see Mori, so that's cool. Everybody likes Mori. So it's time to go looking for Oswald at the Vulcanon lava pit. This is basically the kingdom of fire.
Please tell me, where is he gone?
He went to the Fire Kingdom to fulfill a promise he made to the king there.
Something about killing the
He's been gone for
Avatar.
some time now. Something may have happened.
To fulfill a promise? What is happening in the Fire Kingdom? My heart
I hear their
aches
princess
with
is
each
pretty
passing
fucking
day.
crazy.
I cannot bear it. I cannot wait like this.
Oh well, let's go check it out. Inferno King Shrine. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I saw in the last update that Vanillaware is known for
The great
two
King
things.
Onyx is
One,
just
the
ahead.
really beautiful looking food, and two, the very buxom looking women.
Welcome, Princess of Ragnarok.
Nolan
It's
North.
been a while, Your Majesty.
It's good to see that Nolan North is getting some work here.
It is always a pleasure to welcome you to our kingdom. This way, please. Allow us to entertain you.
Nolan is really hamming it up in this
I
role.
have come here seeking
He's playing
answers.
King Onyx.
I have heard that my husband Oswald has come to this land. Are you aware of this?
As much as I would like to say that I am not, I cannot lie in the face of such beauty.
Okay.
He is certainly here. He is fighting for me.
Fighting?
Yes, against a dragon that is terrorizing our country. Some say that this dragon is Levanthan, the one mentioned in the prophecies concerning the world's end.
Oh yeah, that whole
Our
apocalypse
fire and our
thing.
swords
Okay.
have had no effect on this newborn dragon.
A baby dragon?
I thought his Belderreaver may
Joey
have some
Wheeler must be
effect,
involved with this somehow.
But since I have heard
I
no
summoned
news,
Baby Dragon!
I assume it was useless.
Time Wizard and Baby Dragon turns it into Thousand Dragon!
Oswald.
You may not know this, but King Odin had already promised your hand to me.
You know, I don't doubt that.
It would have
Odin
helped
is kind of the
unify both
scumbag
our
in this game.
countries. But your father went back on his word,
I can believe that as well,
and
because Odin's
instead
kind of the scumbag.
gave you to that tortured soul. In compensation for letting the issue drop quietly, Oswald made me a promise. He vowed to fight for his life on my behalf whenever I asked.
Oswald did this for me?
Bet you feel like a real dick for giving up
He
your
may
ring,
die.
huh?
He may even already be dead. I can void our agreement and save him, if you will be my bride. It's up to you, Gwendolyn, as long as you become mine.
Sensing a bit of a love triangle here.
Inferno King.
Love
you are
being
no
the
different
operating
than the
term.
men back home. I am not an object.
Yeah!
What? Get her, Vulcans! Capture her, but don't harm her.
Forget that whole thing about me trying to save your husband. Fuck it. So yeah, Onyx is kind of a dirtbag. So now we're in the Fire Kingdom, or the Volcanon Lava Pit. It's a good thing that Gwendolyn focuses on ice attacks, so that makes her a little bit more well-suited to this area. So right now we're fighting a bunch of salamanders, some fireballs, which look strangely enough like the bombs from Final Fantasy, and also a few of King Onyx's retainers. Overall, this area is not really that difficult. The worst you have to worry about is occasional burns. Ooh, and also, Napples! Because apparently you can't just say apple. And I noticed something in the last recording, that if I add enough Karateers to health potions, I can create an elixir which gives me limited invincibility and it also recovers HP. So that sounds really good, and I have a ton of eggs that I'm not using. And also, I'm looking to free up some space in my inventory. Napples are really good for experience, on their own and in recipes. Mainly because they give you 3 servings, and also they're used in a lot of really good recipes. Unlike in the last update, there is a hidden Phozon prism somewhere in this dungeon. But it's not that hard to find. However, if you are having some problems finding the secret Phozon prisms or hidden areas, might I suggest looking at Zoelius's walkthrough on GameFAQs. It gives you a very detailed map and all the rewards and treasures in each stage. Very useful. I've been using it a little bit to kind of scout out the areas for my Let's Play. So hey, small key. Fortunately, there's not that much key shenanigans like the last update. And more Napples. There is going to be a bit of a few Napple planting shenanigans. Oh, and hey, look, there's the chest that you need the small key for. How convenient. Napple sorbet. That looks pretty good. Pleasantly chilled and tangy. Yeah, I overestimated how many Phozons I had in order to grow these Napples, which take 30 each. And I wasn't able to grow a single one in this little round here, despite the fact that I had 2 Rose Miles also working alongside me. And I was kind of just waiting here for a little bit like a dope.
Look, don't tell anyone that I'm hiding here.
That I'm hiding in a volcano. They'd never look here. And now shops start introducing the really fancy foods, like shrimp and fish, which cost quite a pretty penny. Shrimp pepperoncino, which uses habanero mandragores and the shrimp, does some pretty good stuff for your XP and your extra health. I don't show it off in this update, but trust me, it's pretty good. I forgot to mention these things. I said that the fireballs are kind of like the bombs from Final Fantasy. These are more like the bombs from Final Fantasy, considering they actually explode upon, like, death. Not that challenging, though. But a little annoying if you get hit by them. Cream stew. Fish and milk. Gross. I mean, the result looks nice, but the products in order to make it just looks a little... gross. So yeah, get used to me coming back here to just add more phosons to the napple trees. Because I didn't want to just waste a bunch of phosons, and I didn't want to waste, like, the napple seeds that I planted. Napple seeds provide a tree that produces at least 2 napples. Not bad. Which provides 3 servings on its own. And a nice little chunk of experience for each bite. And also a throwable item. Now we get to our first mini-boss, a Vulcan, one of King Onyx's retainers. Yeah, I did not really much care for this mini-boss. As evidenced. I did not give her a chance to fight back. She's probably going like, what the fuck? Oh god! Just air juggling her all day and freezing her. Which shouldn't be a thing because, you know, she fights for King Onyx. A guy who, like, rules the Fire Kingdom. And she's made of fire and lava. She never really even gets a hit in on me. She tries in vain to blow that little horn of hers, but she just keeps getting decked in the face with both ice and spear. Yeah. And then she crumbles into dust. Gwendolyn's on a mission right now. She's trying to get Oswald back. Yeah, and I'm just trying to even up my inventory. I get another bag in order to improve my inventory space, but even then, I'm still like having issues with it. I just get way too much food and way too many like seeds and materials and stuff like that. Adversity ring. It's okay. I don't use it. It really plays into the fact that, hey, are you gonna be playing it fast and loose, and do you have like little HP? Yeah, I use the rings that pretty much mean I'm gonna be getting more damage inflicted on me, but I'm also doing more damage. But I'm not suicidal to the point where I'm gonna keep my HP in the red. I try to play things a little bit safe. These salamanders are not really that challenging of enemies. All they do is throw the occasional fireball. Besides that, yeah, they're more or less just punching bags. And time for a Photon Prism. Fall Clash. It looks cool, I just don't use it. Again, I go for the more boring but practical moves. Occasionally. I will use some more extravagant moves a little later on, but Fall Clash, not really my thing. So I decided to show off Fall Clash and Rising Crescent. Just for you to get that kind of an idea. They're okay. It just seems like there's too much build-up for the move. And I just want to hit my opponents as fast and as hard as possible. At this point, I basically just decided to start working on my inventory space. Because, honestly, this whole your inventory's too full thing was starting to get annoying. Just a bunch of cheese and milk in the Fire Kingdom. That just seems like such a bad choice in retrospect. It's so hot down here. Better chug all this milk and eat all this cheese. That's probably, like, curdling... That's probably already curdling and melting in my hand. So hey, we're gonna get an upgrade to our bag. So more inventory space. I have no idea what these salamanders are thinking. Like, why are they running to the Amazon who is just smashing everything with a fucking lance? Or maybe they just, like, pop up the wrong spot and Gwendolyn just immediately thinks they're hostile. Just because they're a bunch of little Charmanders. Fuck you, I use Squirtle, bitch. Water types for life. Yeah, the burn side effect is not great. It's certainly one of the more annoying status effects in the game. But hey, more room space in our bag. Not like that'll do much, considering I'm probably gonna fill up the bag sooner or later. I figured I'd go ahead and make a few more elixirs while I was at it. Not for any upcoming fights in this dungeon. But, you know, just to have them. Nice to have a little backup plan for later on down the road. So we gotta go look hunting for another key for our boss door, which is a little further down the road. Now that I have tons of phosons to work with, I can totally grow the Napple seeds I have here, and also the ones that I left at the other rest area. And then we're gonna go see our friend Mori and check out some of the really nice recipes that he has to offer.
It's quite rare to see a human in this area.
Dude, why are you wearing, like, those heavy cloaks and shit like that? You're in the fucking Fire Kingdom, which is basically an active volcano, more or less. It's ridiculous. See? What did I say? I already filled up my inventory space. But at this point, I just say, screw it. I'm gonna go ahead and, like, fuse all my healing potions and my materials in order to make just a giant mega super potion. Just so I can have more room in my inventory. Just get it out of the way. Still, I just can't catch a break for some of these fucking healing potions. I just can't catch a break for my inventory management. I guess this is just gonna be a running trend in this Let's Play. Anyway, let's go ahead and check in on Mori. We could use some more XP.
Welcome to Mori's Touring Restaurant. I am honored you have summoned me again. I see you have a new recipe.
Mori, you might want to, like, watch where you stand, because there's kind of like an active lava flow where you're standing there, bro. I'm just saying. No? You're good? Okay. I mean,
what do you want to
I guess you don't really have to wait that long for stuff to get warm. Guess that works fine for you, but whatever. Anyway, let's have some apple sorbet, because that just sounds lovely.
As you wish. Sorry for the wait.
He left the little, like, pine in there. The little, stick. With the leaf on top. And I guess Gwendolyn just ate it. Okay. Usually I avoid that part of the apple, but okay.
Will that be all?
Let's go ahead and get one more of those. And just to show off the fast forward feature, to see what Mori looks like in high speed. There he goes. Zoom. So yeah, if you want, you can go ahead and just hit fast forward, which kind of just skips the whole process, more or less. And also, I mentioned pancakes in the last update. Those look really good, but hey, let's go ahead and see what they look like. Oh, those look good.
Enjoy your
Oh, and they got some steam coming off of them, so you know they're nice and warm. Although, I guess, you know, you could be forgiven not noticing that because you're in a fucking volcano. I'd imagine the smoke in here alone would kind of, like, alter the taste.
Is there
Yeah, well,
anything else
whatever.
you want to order?
And let's get one little order of cream stew. Just to top us off.
As you wish. Enjoy your meal.
I have no idea how he made that out of just milk and fish, but hey, you know, Maury's a master chef. What can I say? He's a vanillaware cook. That means he's a master at his craft. And that's quite a few levels for us in just a few sittings. We could have a Muggle confit, but
Very much.
that's barely worth the effort. I feel so bad for some of these enemies. And also, I'm starting to feel like my million stab and my ice shots are not doing as much damage as they could be. So I'll be upgrading those by the end of the video. Really need to start focusing my phosons into improving the moves I use a lot. Okay, so now it's time to find the secret area of this stage, and there it is. It's not that hard. Just start backflipping all over the place. You'll find it. Another Phoson Prism. And this one is... Pain Feather. It's okay. It's alright. It's kind of a pretty decent evasion move. You do a little backflip, you drop some feathers, and they do the freeze effect. And Gwendolyn keeps getting knocked on her ass by Produce. Pain Feather's okay. I don't use it. I don't really use it, but if you're looking to make a quick getaway and also freeze your opponents while you're doing so, it works for that feature. And now comes a more annoying mini-boss. Phoenix Rider. Not necessarily hard, just not as prone to air juggles as the Vulcan was. She's riding a little cardinal. They say it's a phoenix, that's a cardinal. Not really not really Onyx's best retainer to work with. Not really one of Onyx's best. You know, I say she's not really that vulnerable to air combos and juggling, but I just don't hit her nearly as hard with air combos as I did with the Vulcan. And unlike the Vulcan, the Phoenix Rider manages to get at least 1 or 2 hits in on me. But not much more. Yeah, see? That's about the most she's gonna do. Yeah, the Phoenix Rider is not that hard in this particular portion of the game, but later on, she'll get a little bit more annoying. And down she goes. Hey, I thought that thing's supposed to come back to life, because, you know, it's a phoenix. Isn't that like the lore, that phoenixes come back to life from the ashes? Maybe the bird's okay, but she's just dead. Who knows? The fire elementals just seem so pointless. Like one hit and they just explode. Not really damaging you, but just vanishing. I kind of like fighting them just because they have like their little like, goofy grins on and then they just blow up. So I believe one of the items that we just got was a thing of yogurt, which I think increases the amount of experience that you get from eating food. Anyway, time to improve our million stab and our ice attack. Gotta make sure that we're ready for the boss of this dungeon. Because we have the key now. And we're gonna go ahead and explore one last little spot, and then we're gonna go ahead and save Oswald. I go ahead and decide to upgrade my toxin because I like using this potion, and because it's pretty useful against bosses. And again, inventory management is probably going to be the biggest threat to me in this game than any enemy. It's going to be the biggest threat to time than any boss or enemy that we face. Look, it's a little baby dragon. Baby dragon! He still has the shell from his egg on his head, and he's got a little crown on his head.
The Queen of the Dead has reduced my sword's power.
Still, Oswald, it's a baby dragon.
To be defeated by a newborn dragon like this.
Wow, that's pretty embarrassing for the Shadow Knight. To get his ass kicked by an infant dragon.
Why are you here? I can't make it. I can't go on.
Anyway, it's time to fight Leifthrasir, the last dragon. Yeah, I guess he is, because... So wait, is he Sean Connery? A baby dragon voiced by Sean Connery. That's an image for your head. Yeah, Leifthrasir is probably the most annoying boss that we've had to fight so far, mainly because he has a very small hitbox. And trying to get combos in on a small hitbox that is also flying is quite annoying. And he also summons salamanders. But those aren't really a problem. No, and the really annoying thing is, he hasn't shown it off just yet, but he has two really annoying moves. One is when he just starts, like, when he bows his head, and then he just starts charging with that little shell on his head and just starts hitting people and knocking you down. Doesn't really hurt, but still pretty annoying. And the other one is when he just starts shooting a giant laser beam out of his mouth. But I've gone ahead and inflicted poison, and I'm just wailing on him right now. But he will start showing off his more negative aspects of the boss fight as his health progressively goes down. See, now he's trying to do the charge attack, which is basically where he just runs around the arena like a little asshole. But I just try to stun lock him before he can. Oh, there he goes. And it knocks Gwendolyn on her ass. I just do not like that move. It's annoying. And here comes the really high damaging move right about now. Is when he's gonna start shooting a massive fire blast and apparently also doing air combos. There it is. It of course adds a burn effect, and it also does a pretty decent amount of damage. Thank goodness I had that ancient crystal, which basically took a hit for me. But as long as you keep these things in mind, he's not that hard. And down he goes. Sorry, Joey. Baby Dragon is dead.
His injuries are grave. They must be attended to immediately.
See what his pride has.
I guess the fire elementals couldn't do much against a dragon that breathes fire. But then again, wouldn't that work vice versa as well?
Your country, but you are still astonishing. To be able to defeat the dragon from the prophecies, you intrigue me even more.
Oswald has fought for you, and the dragon has been defeated. We are returning to the castle.
Why? Why him?
Because he doesn't treat her like
That man
property.
has been selected by the Queen of the Dead. He will eventually die as her servant. His very existence is torment. Leave that doomed soul and take my hand.
Your Majesty,
Because I'm such a
if you
cool
persist in
guy.
insulting my husband, my spear will take your hand.
Ooh.
If you do not want your life extinguished, get out of my sight.
There you go. That's why Gwendolyn's cool. She doesn't take anybody's shit.
Intense, just like a flame.
But hey, Onyx is still into it.
I shall pay my respects to such intensity and back down from now.
But this isn't over.
Promise has been kept. Let us leave it at that. But remember, you are the one that stokes the embers of my heart.
Maybe back it down a little bit, Onyx. Back it down a little bit more. Like, back it down from a 10 to like a 5. Or like a 3. And then maybe she might not think you're such a creep. You know? Freeze Lance. I prefer using ice shots over this. Okay. Alright, on the next time, we're gonna find out how Oswald's injuries treat him. And, hang out more with Gwendolyn and see what her chapter takes her. Until then, thank you so much for watching.